Now let us discuss the detailed uses of have. I have a car. I have a flat. I have gold. I have silver. I have platinum. I have islands. I have flats. I have buildings. I have friends. I have books. I have libraries. I have schools. I have colleges. I have headache. I have cold. I have fever. I have leg injury. I have head injury. What do all these examples indicate? Any similarity in all these examples? What similarity do you find in all these sentences? All these sentences indicate possessions. They are the possessions of a person. Look at this sentence. I have a car. This is my possession. I have a car. I have a flat. This is my possession. I have a cell phone. This is my possession. I have friends. This is my possession. So this is the first use of have. Whatever items are there with you, if you want to tell about those items, you have to take the help of this sentence. I have a car. Now, how have we made this sentence? Take subject and take have and friends, cell phone, flat, car, all these things are called noun. And have indicates present tense. You can use this to talk about your present possessions, the items which are there with you. Now, how many people can go with have? I have, we have, you have, they have, children have. I have a farmhouse, we have a farmhouse, you have a farmhouse, they have a farmhouse, children have a farmhouse. So maximum these 5 people can go with have. It indicates present tense, and in this zone if you add nouns it will indicate possessions. I have a good friend. I have nice teachers. I have my own personal library. We have a farmhouse in our village. I have 2 brothers. I have 1 sister. I have 3 children. I have my own house. I have many well-wishers. I have good professors. I have my own swimming pool. I have a laptop. I have my own library. I have my own laboratory. I have large number of followers. In this way you can make large number of sentences. Now this part is common for all of us. I, we, you, they, any plural noun and have. But if you keep on changing the nouns, you can make more and more and more examples. I have courage. I have self-confidence. I have patience. I have energy. I have enthusiasm. I have excitement. I have fear. I have tension. I have nervousness. I have anxiety. I have curiosity. Like this, you can use abstract noun or collective noun or proper noun or common noun or this noun, that noun, these nouns, those nouns. Whatever it may be, you can use all types of nouns. Never get carried away by terminology. Just take any noun which can be used with any living person or which can be used with any non-living person. Non-living person in the sense, colleges have lot of facilities. Schools have smart boards. Schools have playgrounds. Schools have libraries. Schools have canteens. Schools have large number of students. So you can use it both for living and non-living subject to talk about possessions. So in stage 1, get familiar to the sentences, take large number of nouns, keep on making sentences and repeat them as loudly as possible to train your tongue. Once you become good at sentence formation, go to next stage to practice the variations. How to practice the variations, which is very, 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 very important, I'll tell you now. You have confidence. What does it mean? You have confidence. You have confidence, don't you? Of course you have confidence because you have started learning English language. Subject, have, noun. This is the possession of this person. You have confidence. Now this is called affirmative form, or to put it in simple word, this is called positive form. Now you must learn how to use it in negative form. Keep the person as it is in his place. Now see carefully, have becomes do not have or don't have. Because when you convert this sentence from positive to negative, your job is to concentrate only on the positive form and the negative form. Do not disturb the tense. So don't use does, don't use did. Have, don't have, don't have, don't have. One whole day, keep on repeating it. Sit in one corner, close your eyes and meditate deeply. Have, don't have, don't have, don't have. Then you will never make mistake, because repetition is very, very important in learning language. So you have, you do not have. You have confidence, you do not have confidence. What is the difference between these two sentences? Here possession is there, here possession is not there. Presence of possession, absence of possession. Now I want to know the question forms, because you should know whether the opposite person has certain possessions or not. I want to know whether you have money or not, whether you have qualification or not, whether you have experience or not. So there these questions help me. Now when I want to make question form, it's very simple. I do not add any new words. I will bring him here and this person goes here. Simple adjustment. They exchange their places. So this small boy comes here and this boy goes here. They are changing their places. Do you have, as it is, confidence? Do you have confidence? Do you have confidence? I am asking you. Do you have confidence? Yes, you have confidence. Do you have confidence? Positive, affirmative question. Now negative form. Don't you have confidence? This question you can also say, do you not have confidence? Do you have confidence? Don't you have confidence? Do you have confidence? Don't you have confidence? Repeat it loudly 10 times, loudly 20 times, silently 10 times, silently another 10 times. Then it enters your subconscious mind and you will never make mistakes. Unless you repeat it large number of times, it is not possible for you to remember, because these are all basics. And if you make some mistake related to these things, let me tell you, it is going to be very embarrassing thing for you. So don't become the victim of embarrassment. Practice it thoroughly. I repeat, you have confidence, you do not have confidence. Do you have confidence? Don't you have confidence? I have confidence, I do not have confidence. Do I have confidence? Don't I have confidence? We have confidence, we do not have confidence. Do we have confidence? Don't we have confidence? They have confidence, they don't have confidence. Do they have confidence? Don't they have confidence? Children have confidence, children don't have confidence. Do children have confidence? Don't children have confidence? Let us try with one more noun. I have patience, I do not have patience. Do I have patience? Don't I have patience? You have patience, you do not have patience. Do you have patience? Don't you have patience? They have patience. They don't have patience. Do they have patience? Don't they have patience? Parents have patience. Parents do not have patience. Do parents have patience? Don't parents have patience? They have patience. They do not have patience. Do they have patience? Don't they have patience? Now, I, we, you, they, any plural noun. This is fixed. Have is fixed. Do not have, do you have, don't you have, that is fixed. Now, your progress depends on the number of nouns you have. So, I hope you have started collecting nouns, collect from dictionaries or newspapers or magazines or books, news channels, movies, print media, electronic media. Collect as many nouns as possible. Keep them here and make sentences. And when should we use these sentences? To talk about your possessions. Whatever possessions you have, to talk about those possessions, you have to use this sentence. So this is the first and an important use of have. Hi friends, this is J. Balakrishna talking to you. In this video, we are going to discuss the uses of has, H-A-S. He is one of the most important words in English language, and we can make sentences if we know how to use this person in English language. You can call him a verb in English language, and he indicates present tense. You can use him to talk about present tense. And he goes with 4 types of subjects. He, she, it, or any singular name. Let us say James. He has, she has, it has, James has. So make it a point, you have to use it only for these 4 types of subjects. Even if by mistake, even if in hurry, if you are using it for anybody else other than these 4, you are making a big grammar mistake. So be careful, you have to use it only for these 4 people. This indicates present tense. Now, how to make sentences with this? So look at these examples. He has to go. He has to come. He has to read. He has to write. He has to learn. What do these examples indicate? He has to go, he has to come, he has to read, he has to write, he has to learn. She has to go, she has to come, she has to read, she has to write, she has to learn. It has to go, it has to come. James has to go, James has to come, James has to read, James has to write, James has to learn. So you can make sentences in this way. This is called subject. This is called verb. Has form of the verb, and this part of the sentence we call it to infinitive. Make use of more and more infinitives and make sentences like this. This is called sentence formation skill. But when should I use this type of sentences? You should use them when you are talking about obligations. Obligations meaning compulsory actions. These are the compulsory actions to be done by these people either today or tomorrow. He has to go today, he has to go tomorrow. He has to come now, he has to come tomorrow. He has to read now, right now, he has to read later on. He has to write, he has to learn, he has to understand. They indicate obligations or compulsory actions of a person. In the first stage, make large number of sentences like this. Then after that, try to learn how to make variations, how to convert them into positive and negative form, question forms. You have to learn that so that you can get more freedom, more flexibility to talk to people in English language. Now let us discuss the variations of these sentences. Now let us see one more part of the same sentence. He has to be strict. He has to be silent. He has to be punctual. He has to be disciplined. He has to be strong. Now here, this is called subject, and we are taking has. As I have already told you just now, you can use it with he, she, it, and any singular person. Now earlier we used to base. Now we are using to be. This is to infinitive. So you can use to base if you are going to talk about the actions. If it is not an action, if it is something else, then you should take the help of to be and make sentences like this. He has to be strict. He has to be silent. He has to be punctual. He has to be disciplined. He has to be strong. These are called adjectives. These are called adjectives. Now you can use not only adjectives but nouns also. He has to be a pilot. He has to be a cardiologist. You can use prepositions. He has to be at home. He has to be with us. He has to be on leave. You can use adverbs. He has to be here. He has to be there. He has to be upstairs. He has to be downstairs. He has to be abroad. So this is another way of making sentences with has. I repeat, take has, put any one subject like he, she, it, and any singular name. Add to be here. You can add an adjective like silent. You can add a noun like pilot. You can add a prepositional phrase like at home or an adverb like here. Then you can make more and more and more sentences like this. He has to be decent. He has to be dignified. He has to be disciplined. He has to be dedicated. He has to be determined. He has to be active. He has to be alert. He has to be enthusiastic. He has to be energetic. So if you collect more and more nouns, adjectives, prepositional phrases, place adverbs, then you can make sentences like this. After making large number of sentences, after practicing more and more sentences, try to learn how to practice the variations also. I'll tell you how to make the variations with each sentence. He has to be silent. This is called affirmative form. Now I'll tell you how to make the negative form of this sentence. He, and take the help of does. Third person singular, so you should take the help of does. Then not, not, then I do not need has anymore. I put have here. So this is very, 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 very important. This is one troublesome area for many non-native speakers who often go wrong here. In hurry, in confusion, sometimes they say he don't have, he doesn't has, he has not, he have not. They get confused. So to avoid that, before making sentences, take 1 or 2 days time or 3 days time. Just concentrate on this part. Repeat large number of times. Repetitions are very, very important. He has, he does not have. Close your eyes, concentrate. He has, he does not have. He has, he does not have. He has, he does not have. And if you have a good cell phone, if it has a recording facility, when you repeat this hundreds of times, record it. Whenever you have some leisure, keep on listening to it. By listening and by oral drilling, you can remember the structures easily for a very long time, or rather forever. He has, he does not have. He has, he does not have. He has, he does not have. Once you become familiar to this, then try to make the sentence. He has to be silent. He does not have to be silent. Look at the sentence. We are not making any changes. This person, he as it is. To be silent, to be silent. This is the only one area we are making change. So you have to be very careful. He has to be silent. He does not have to be silent. He has to be with us. He does not have to be with us. He has to be a cashier. He does not have to be a cashier. He has to be there. He does not have to be there. Now let us see how to make the question forms. Bring him here. Does. Then bring him here. He. He comes here, because when does enters the sentence, has goes away. Either has or does. Any one person should be there. Here does is absent, so has is present. Here does is present, so has is absent. So these two people, they don't get along with each other. Any one of them should be there in the sentence. Does he have to be silent? Does he have to be silent? Negative question form, you can make it in two ways. Doesn't he have? Doesn't he have to be silent? Or does he not? Does he not have to be silent? So these two parts also you have to repeat large number of times. Does he have? Doesn't he have? Does he have? Doesn't he have? Because non-native speakers often get confused here. They often say, does he has or does he? Does he has? No. Does he have? Does he have? Does he have? Doesn't he have? Doesn't he have? Doesn't he have? Does he have to be silent? Doesn't he have to be silent? Does he have to be here? Doesn't he have to be here? Does he have to be at home? Doesn't he have to be at home? Does he have to be the next captain? Doesn't he have to be the next captain? In this way you have to make sentences. Let us try with one more example. She has to be simple. She does not have to be simple. Does she have to be simple? Doesn't she have to be simple? She has to be active. She doesn't have to be active. Does she have to be active? Doesn't she have to be active? Now I should use these sentences when I am talking about obligations, compulsory. For example, he has to be silent, meaning it is compulsory for this person to be silent. When should I use this one? He does not have to be silent, meaning it is not compulsory, it is not necessary for this person to be silent. It is not necessary, it is not compulsory for this person to be silent. Now these two questions I am using to confirm. We can also call them yes, no questions. Does he have to be silent? Meaning, is it compulsory? Is it necessary for him to be silent? Doesn't he have to be silent? Is it not necessary? Is it not compulsory for him to be silent? So these are the meanings of these two questions. Let us repeat once. He has to be silent. He does not have to be silent. Does he have to be silent? Doesn't he have to be silent? She has to be with us. She does not have to be with us. Does she have to be with us? Doesn't she have to be with us? So this is the way of making use of has to talk about obligations. So friends, I hope you all have enjoyed this video. So practice, practice, practice. Make large number of examples. Let me tell you orally, do not use pen. We use pen only to explain, only to teach. But when you practice, when you understand the concept, use tongue more than. Hello friends, this is J. Balakrishna talking to you about the uses of have. In our earlier videos, we have seen the two uses of have. How have can be used to talk about possessions and how have can be used to talk about your obligations. Now in this video, we will learn about how have can be used for some actions, action verbs. Take a look at these examples. They have gone. They have written. They have closed the gate. They have opened the gate. they have released the movie. Now let us analyze these sentences. This part of the sentence we call as usual subject, and this part of the sentence is called verb, and here we are taking the help of a simple innocent person called have. He is an important member in English family. His name is have, and he is going to help us in making sentences like this. This person indicates present tense. He indicates present tense, and he makes friendship with 5 people. Who are those 5 people? I have, we have, you have, they have, any plural noun, children have. So he likes to go with these 5 people. I have, we have, you have, they have, children have, and it is used for present tense. Gone, written, closed, opened, released. These are called verbs, past participle verbs. They are called past participle verbs. And by the way, the traditional teachers call these sentences present perfect. It is called present perfect tense. According to the tenses, it is called present perfect. It is not necessary for you to remember the terminology. Your job is how to make a sentence with have. Take any one of these 5 persons, keep have in the middle, keep on adding as many past participles as possible, and you can make sentences. They have gone, they have written, they have closed, they have opened, they have released the movies. Now, when should I say these sentences? You have to talk about these sentences when you are discussing the completed actions. The actions are over, but they are linked to the present tense. We are talking about the result of those actions. The actions are already over. They are completed actions, but they have some relationship with the present time. For example, they have gone to school. That means right now they are at school. If children are at school right now at this point of time, I should say they have gone to school. They have written some examples on the board. I have to say this example when the examples are there on the board. I have written these 5 sentences on the board. I should say that sentence when these 5 sentences are there on the board. So that is called present relationship. They have closed the gate. This sentence should be used when the gate is closed. When the gate is closed, you have to say they have closed the gate. When it is like this, they have opened the gate, let us go inside. They have opened the gate, let us go inside. They have closed the gate, we can't go inside. So action is over, but we are talking about the result of that action. They have released the movie. This sentence should be said when the movie is running in the cinemas now. They have released the movie, meaning the movie is there, the movie is running in the cinemas. They have served food on the dining table. They have served food on the dining table. When should I say this sentence? When the food is ready on the dining table, when it is ready to be eaten by you, then you have to say they have served food on the table. Teachers have given you question papers. Teachers have given you question papers. I have to say this when you have the question papers on your tables. Teachers have displayed the result. Teachers have displayed the result. According to this sentence, the result is there on the notice board. The result is there on the wall. So when the result is there on the wall, we have to say teachers have displayed the result. So actions are over, but you are talking about the results, the present results of those actions. That's why in grammar it is called present perfect. So all that you need is large number of past participle forms, and take care of these 5 people. Add this have here. Keep on making sentences. Make 25, 50, 75, 100, 200, as many sentences as possible, and repeat them loudly. Read them as loudly as possible. Once you become familiar to the sentence formation skill, then go to second stage. What to be done in the second stage? Let us see now. Take a look at these sentences. They have eaten my bread. They have eaten my bread. Now, this is called affirmative sentence. Now, how to make the negative form of this sentence? They have not. They have not eaten my bread. You can also call it they haven't. It's your choice. Whatever is convenient, you prefer that, but be good at both the forms. Now repeat it loudly. Repeat it loudly as many times as possible. They have eaten, they have not eaten. They have eaten my bread, they have not eaten my bread. They have gone, they have not gone. They have seen, they have not seen. They have taken, they have not taken. Affirmative form, negative form. Now let us talk about the question forms. Have they eaten my bread? This is the question to confirm. I want to confirm, I want to make sure, have they eaten my bread? Yes, they have eaten your bread. No, they haven't eaten your bread. These are the answers. Have they eaten my bread is one type of question. Now the same question I can also say, have they not? Have they not eaten my bread? Or to put it simple, I can also say, haven't they eaten? Haven't they eaten my bread? So let us repeat all the 4 at a time. They have eaten, they have not eaten. Have they eaten? Haven't they eaten? They have gone, they have not gone. Have they gone? Haven't they gone? They have taken, they have not taken. Have they taken? Haven't they taken? They have spoken well, they have not spoken well. Have they spoken well? Haven't they spoken well? They have written well, they have not written well. Have they written well? Haven't they written well? So after you make some 25 sentences with they, replace him with I or we or you or any plural noun like this. Children have eaten, we have eaten, you have eaten, I have eaten. So take different past participles of the verbs, different past participle forms of the verbs, put them here. This is going to be fixed for all of us. This is not a big deal. This is not your achievement. Your achievement is the collection of large number of past participles. Make use of more and more past participle forms, then you can make more sentences. If you have 100 past participles, you can make 100 into 4, 400 sentences. Read them loudly, practice them loudly. Grammar calls it present perfect tense. This type of sentences should be used when the actions are already over, but you are discussing the present results of those actions. Now just take a look at these sentences. It is almost the same but small twist. You have to be. Have you found any difference here? In the earlier examples, we used to plus base form of the verb, to come, to go, to read, to write. You can use the same sentence with slight modification like this, to be. You have to be. Then when you decide to use to be, you can say words like this. You have to be a gentleman. You have to be a gentleman. You have to be simple. You have to be at home. You have to be here. You have to be with us. So this is another use of have. So you can use to base or to be. You have to be a gentleman. You have to be simple. You have to be at home. You have to be here. I can also use for I, we, they, or any plural noun. I have to be a gentleman. I have to be simple. I have to be at home. I have to be here. We have to be gentlemen. We have to be simple. We have to be at home. We have to be here. They have to be gentlemen. They have to be at home. They have to be simple. They have to be here. Workers have to be gentlemen. Workers have to be simple. Workers have to be at home. Workers have to be here. And you can also use it for non-living things like this. Questions have to be simple. Questions have to be simple. Questions have to be easy. Questions have to be from the textbook. Questions have to be from the notebooks. In this way you can make sentences. Now if you have nouns, if you have adjectives, if you have prepositions, place adverbs, then you can use this. It is like this. You have to be simple. You have to be honest. You have to be frank. You have to be active. You have to be energetic. You have to be enthusiastic. You have to be bold. You have to be optimistic. You have to be frank. You have to be at home. You have to be in the library. You have to be in the school. You have to be in the playground. You have to be with your parents. You have to be on second floor. You have to be on the ground floor. Like this you can make sentences. So not only to base, you can also use to be. Now after that, try to know how to use this in 4 different ways. You have to be simple. You don't have to be simple. Do you have to be simple? Don't you have to be simple? They have to be at home. They don't have to be at home. Do they have to be at home? Don't they have to be at home? They have to be here. They don't have to be here. Do they have to be here? Don't they have to be here? They have to be active. They don't have to be active. Do they have to be active? Don't they have to be active? So this is how you can make use of have. So far we have been learning about obligations. We have made obligations with to base and to be. With to base you can make 4 variations, and with to be also you can make 4 variations. So collect more and more words and make sentences. This is one of the simplest ways of learning English language, by making sentences, by learning sentence formation skill. Hi friends, this is J. Balakrishna. In this video we'll discuss the uses of have. I have to go. I have to come. I have to sit. I have to stand. I have to read. I have to learn. I have to understand. I have to write. I have to work. I have to earn money. I have to save money. I have to take my breakfast. I have to buy a car. I have to buy a book. What do all these examples indicate? All these examples indicate obligations. 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 Obligations meaning compulsory actions. Any action which you are supposed to do. Now that is the use of have here. Have is an important person in English language. We call him verb. We can call him auxiliary verb or action verb according to his position in the sentence. you call him verb. Now, he indicates present tense. He always indicates present tense, and you can use him with 5 people. I, we, you, they, any plural noun, let us say children. I have, we have, you have, they have, children have. So you have to repeat this loudly a number of times so that you remember who are those people who can go with have, and it indicates present tense. Now let us see what we are doing now. I have to go, I have to come, I have to walk, I have to work, I have to eat. In this way you can make many more sentences. I have to go, I have to come, I have to walk, I have to work, I have to eat. We have to go, we have to come, we have to walk, we have to work, we have to eat. You have to go, you have to come, you have to walk, you have to work, you have to eat. So you can make examples for these 5 people, and these sentences indicate that it is an obligation. I have to go meaning this is the obligation for this person to do this action. To put it in simple words, this action is compulsory to be done by this person. This is the compulsory action to be done by this person. So when you use this in the flow of the sentences, it will be like this. You look tired, you have to take some rest. Your performance is very poor, you have to work hard. You don't look happy today, you have to take some rest. You look very weak, you have to take some energy tablets. It is an important meeting, you have to go to the office. We do not have any books, you have to go to the library. You have to collect some material, you have to do some research, you have to write the thesis, you have to show it to your professor. Like this you can make sentences. Now stage 1, collect 2 plus base forms. This is called 2 infinitives. Collect as many 2 infinitives as possible. Keep the 5 people here, keep him as it is, and go on making sentences. Make hundreds of sentences. When you become familiar with sentence formation skill, when you develop some confidence, when you develop some courage of making sentences, then you start practicing the variations. How to practice variations? Let us see now. Now look at this sentence. They have to go to the library. Subject, have, this is to infinitive. They have to go to the library. This is called affirmative form. Now let us see how it can be converted into negative form. Concentrate only on have. Keep him as it is in his place. They have to go. They don't have. Have becomes don't have. They don't have to go to the library. Now compare these 2 sentences and try to understand the difference between them. They have to go to the library. The meaning of this sentence, it is compulsory for them, it is obligatory for them to go to the library. They don't have to go to the library. According to this sentence, it is not compulsory for them, it is not necessary for them to go to the library. Compulsory, not compulsory. But both of them, you can use it for present tense or you can also use it for future tense if you keep some future time adverbial like they have to go to the library tomorrow. They don't have to go to the library tomorrow. You have to come in the next week. You don't have to come in the next week. So you can use it in affirmative form and negative form like this. Now what about the question form? When you want to put the question, it is like this. Do you or do they have to go to the library? Do they have to go to the library? Is it like a tongue twister? Of course, it may be like a tongue twister for a beginner. So you have to repeat it loudly 10 or 20 times. Do they have to go to library? Do they have to go to library? Do they have to go to library? Positive question. Now what about the negative question? Don't they have to go? Don't they have to go to library? Don't they have to go to library? Or you can also say, do they not have to go to library? Do they not have to go to the library? Now let us repeat all the 4 forms at a time. And mind you, you must do it loudly. This is not going to work. This will work for chemistry, botany, zoology and engineering and computers. This is language. Use tongue. Eat lot. Drink lot of milk. Develop energy. Develop strength. Then start learning language. They have to go to the library. They don't have to go to the library. Do they have to go to the library? Don't they have to go to the library? They have to come. They don't have to come. Do they have to come? Don't they have to come? They have to learn. They don't have to learn. Do they have to learn? Don't they have to learn? They have to sit here. They don't have to sit here. Do they have to sit? Don't they have to sit? They have to practice. They don't have to practice. Do they have to practice? Don't they have to practice? They have to earn money. They don't have to earn money. Do they have to earn money? Don't they have to earn money? They have to save money. They don't have to save money. Do they have to save money? Don't they have to save money? Like this, you have to practice the 4 variations. Now, once again, I'll tell you, this is have. It indicates present tense. And here you can use I have, we have, you have, they have, any plural noun have. You can use it for 5 people. So these 2 are fixed. But to go, to come, to see, to listen, to read, to write, to enjoy, to earn, to save, to spend, to cry, to laugh, to smile. So many 2 base forms, 2 infinitives are there. So keep on replacing with more and more 2 infinitives, then you will get lot of practice. And whenever you make any example, please make 4 variations and practice loudly. So this is one part of obligations. It can also be used with to be. Let us see how it can be used. Hello friends, this is J. Balakrishna once again before you to discuss the sentence formation skills in English language. Well, in our earlier videos, we discussed the importance of am, is, are, was, were, and how many types of sentences we can make with them. I hope you all have started learning those videos. Now, let us learn about another important family in English language called have family. This is a small family with only 3 members. Who are they? Have, has, and had. This is a small family with just 3 members, husband, wife, and their one and only child. Try to remember that, because I never like to confuse my students by using too much of grammatical terminology, auxiliary verb, main verb, action verb, transitive, intransitive verb. No, forget all those things. That is an outdated way of learning and teaching English. Let us enjoy learning English language. So this is a small family in English language. We call it have family. In this family, there are 3 members, have, has, and had. Now, the job of these 2 people is to indicate present tense. You must take the help of only when you want to talk about present, right now, what's going on, present tense. And this person goes with past tense. They go with present tense, he goes with past tense. Remember, this is first point. Now, coming to the next point, there are 3 persons in English language. How many persons? 3 persons. Yes. First person, I and we. Second person, you. Third person, he, she, it, they, any singular name and plural name. So this is about first person, second person and third person. Now have can be used by I, we, you, they and any plural name. I have, we have, you have, they have, children have, workers have, employees have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 people go with have. What about has? Nobody makes friendship with has? Of course, why not? 4 people are there. They will make friendship with has. Who are they? He, she, it, and any singular name, let us say Peter. He has, she has, it has, Peter has. What about this cute little child called had? He is so sweet, so cute, so chubby and bubbly that all these people go with him. I, we, you, they, he, she, it, any singular name or any plural name. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All the 9 people go with him. He is so sweet, so cute that all these 9 people like to play with him. This is called grammar. Isn't it simple? Of course it is very simple. I repeat once. Have, has, had. These are the 3 members of have family. Have and has indicate present tense. Had indicates past tense. Have can be used by I, we, you, they and any plural name. Has can be used by 4 people. He has, she has, it has, Peter has. And had, the one and only child of these 2 people, this couple had, it goes with all the 9 people. I had, we had, you had, they had, he had, she had, it had, Peter had, children had. Remember this point. Later on, let us see how we can make more and more examples, how this person is going to help us in English language. pen. That is the secret of learning English language. used with to be.